Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to lecture 5 of chapter 6. We are still in mechanical properties of metals. It's a rather long chapter because it covers a lot of properties. We will of course review what we did in the last lecture, and then today's lecture we will continue with plastic deformation of polycrystalline metals. We left with Hall-Pech equation. We will complete the discussion. Then we will go to effect of plastic deformation on grains, effect of cold work on strength, and solid solution strengthening. Towards the end, we will be doing effect of heat treatment on strength. So let us see, very quickly review what we covered last time. We defined and explained resilience. Then we defined toughness, the area under the whole stress strain curve. Then we talked of toughness and impact testing. What is impact loading? What is toughness? What is impact toughness? What is the Sharpie impact test, the Sharpie V-notch test, and the machine? The procedure for the test with the Sharpie sample and the ISOT sample. We showed you a schematic diagram of the Sharpie impact testing machine. Another diagram where we showed the machine and the height h and h dash and the Sharpie sample and the ISOT sample, and how the energy is calculated during the test. Then we told you about ductile to brittle transition. There are high strength materials which have low impact energy. There are FCC metals which have high impact energy, and there are BCC metals which have high impact energy at room temperature and so on, but if you reduce the temperature to near zero or below, then they go through a transition from ductile to brittle behavior. This covered the initial part of tensile related properties and so on. Then we talked of hardness and hardness testing. How do we define hardness? What is the difference between hardness and strength? How do we do the test? We explained how we do the test by doing indentation. At the bottom of the page, we showed you some natural materials in terms of increasing hardness. We showed you the actual picture of a Rockwell hardness testing machine. And then we discussed the 4 different testing methods and machines: Brinell, Vickers, Knoop, and Rockwell, and the type of indenters and how we calculate the forces and the diameters and so on. We told you that section 6.5 will not be covered, and the next section is plastic deformation of polycrystalline metals, where the first topic was effect of grain boundaries on strength. Then we showed you the strength of a polycrystalline metal and a single crystal metal. We started talking of the Hall-Pech equation, where yield strength can be defined in terms of the average grain diameter. So this was where we stopped last time. Now let us start today's lecture.